And now it's time for SME On Point. My name is Liabo Setho. Every year on the 16th of June, South Africa commemorates the 1976 Soweto uprising. And so this Youth Month on SME On Point, we honor their contribution made to modern-day society with a focus on young entrepreneurs making strides in the world of business. 29-year-old Lebogang Mokubela is one such entrepreneur. He is the brains behind South Africa's first smartphone brand by a township-based company. This week, he launched Kasi Mobile, making him the first township-based network provider. This is Lebogang's story, edited by Manqoba Nkosi. For Lebogang Mokubela, the beauty of being a youth of today versus being a youth in 1976 is not only about freedom, but also opportunity and exposure.
You know, that for me is what it means to be a young person in this day and age, taking hold of opportunities. Because of the nice thing about the digital world is that we get access to so much information. Yeah. Yesterday I was with my mentor, and my mentor said something. He was teaching me about exposure and saying once you're exposed, it's very hard for you to go back from what you've been exposed to. And that is the beauty of being a young person in this day and age versus the young people in 1976. They did not have the exposures that we have, and because we are exposed to more things, you can be sitting in social groove and be exposed to something in China and be able to transact with someone in China, being in social groove. And that for me, that's what it means to be a young person in this day and age.
In 2014, Mokubela resigned from his marketing job to start his own company, Lebogang Group. He says he has seen tremendous growth in himself as a young person.
So apart from material gain, which often at times people talk about when you talk about entrepreneurship, they talk about the money, the cars and whatever. Over and above the material gain, as a person myself, I've developed the amount of development I went through, I had to go through, even with the negative stuff around entrepreneurship. I cannot even give it value. It's something we undermine, but it's of the greatest importance.
To complement the mobile smartphone he developed late last year, he has come up with Kasi Mobile, a wireless LTE data-only service that is aimed primarily at townships and rural areas. Mokubela says his goal is to build the Bitvest of the township, a system where businesses can trade with themselves.
So what goes hand in hand with the phone is data. So our goal is to become a fully independent MVNO. Without being technical, it's a mobile network that doesn't have its own infrastructure but rents it out from existing guys. Because to be honest, one of the reasons, yesterday I was doing an interview, and the interviewer asked me a question where he said to me, so our data is about 495 per gig. So he's like, how are you, if you are able to charge that, why is it that the more established players are more expensive? And I said the difference is in the business case, and it's in the business model. They have the infrastructure, costs billions of rands and millions to maintain. They have shops everywhere. They have people working in those shops. They have technical teams, and so all these things are expenses. So all these expenses trickle down into the cost of the data. We are a fully digitized business, so you order on our website, you manage your account on our website, it's delivered to you via courier, and we don't have infrastructure, so everything is digitized. Therefore we are able to actually grow the business on less margins, basically.
Mokubela believes that access to affordable data can help many young people to access information, be exposed to opportunities that will propel them towards their goals.
What I'm saying to young entrepreneurs is, within your business model, don't just build a business for profit, build a business around the cause. That you will see your business will grow further and much better when it's around the cause rather than profit. Because the problem with profit is you're always moving with margins. So if today you see fiber is the most profitable, you move away from LTE data to go to fiber. But what about the guys that don't have fiber coverage? Who's covering them? So the problem with focusing too much on profit is that you're taken by the wind. My mentor always says to catch one rabbit is a problem. If you chase two, you're not even going to catch one. So that is, you have to center your business around the cause, but still make money, because that's the point of a business in any case.
Liabo Setho, SABC News, Johannesburg. Lebogang Mokubela, thank you for sharing your story with SME On Point. We're trying to widen the SME space and to make the community bigger, so do support at Gasi Mobile. Now, Entreprenerdy is calling on all small business owners to use its virtual incubation services. The program offers entrepreneurs free business support on a digital platform. It can be used to learn how to formulate strategies, to access markets, and also to get development support, among other things. Now, for more on this program, we are joined via Skype by Muzi Mjali, who's the managing partner at Entreprenerdy. Muzi, thank you for joining us on SME On Point.
Good afternoon, Liabo, and good afternoon to your viewers.
Great. Muzi, tell us about Entreprenerdy. Who are you? What does it do? And why is it so important that entrepreneurs know about it?
Well, Entreprenerdy, what we do is that we do enterprise development programs, as well as we're enterprise supplier development programs. So what we've done is we've taken 6 theoretical pillars of entrepreneurship and turned it to a 7-step, 28 elements entrepreneurial activity system. So what then would happen is an entrepreneur would be taken through a step-by-step process in developing either their idea or reworking their business. It forces entrepreneurs to actually do a deep dive into their business, whether you need to pivot. I mean, to make an example right now with the times of COVID, I think a lot of entrepreneurs have to really dig deep into their business and rework their business model. So we provide that framework for the entrepreneur.
Yeah. So you say that this program is free. What has been the word from some of the entrepreneurs that you've mentored before or who have been part of this program? What sort of notable change have you noticed from their particular businesses?
That's a very good question. What we realized is, let me start with the program ran from the 11th of May till the end of May. It was a 3-week program with 3 sessions per week. And we had about 10 entrepreneurs ranging from all industries. And at the end of the session of the program, what was interesting is that most entrepreneurs were quite excited because they were not forced to think in a way that we made them think of their business. More importantly, they got an opportunity to be provided with a framework and mentorship to design their business model going forward and be post-COVID-19 ready. So the key takeout is the ability to be able to look into your business and do critical thinking, but with an activity system that supports that.
Muzi, we are observing Youth Month. As you know, obviously, the history behind Youth Month, the month of June. How important is incubation for small businesses? You know, it's a term that has always been touted about, but perhaps we have not delved deeper into the significance and the importance of incubating a business.
You know, what you find happening most of the time is that entrepreneurs are provided with money, grants. I think the government does a really good job in providing that. However, you don't just wake up with experience, you know, and that is the importance of mentorship. Someone to hold your hand, provide you with advice on how to tackle challenges and so on. So in Youth Month, I really hope that we get even previous business practitioners, people who have retired, to come in and lend a hand and help the youngsters and show them the ropes on what they've learned in their journey. I mean, on our platform, for instance, we've got a mentorship capability where an entrepreneur and a mentor can actually chat on the actual platform, and all of that activity is tracked. So then when you look back, you actually are able to see what progress you've made and which interventions work. So for a youth month's perspective, I really think that mentorship is extremely important. And there should be actually a national dialogue about how we can galvanize those who have been walked the journey, can impart this knowledge to the youth.
Understood. Muzi, just give us the details of where our viewers can get hold of Entreprenerdy if they're interested in joining the program.
Okay, so you can drop me an email, muzi@entreprenerdy.com. So the spelling, yeah, you guys got the spelling correct, Entreprenerdy. Yeah. So drop us an email. Next cohort, we're still deciding on, probably going to start it. We can take about entrepreneurs at a time, provide with, so run you through.
Sharing your journey and information about Entreprenerdy with SME On Point. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Liabo.
Thank you. That was Muzim Jali. He's the managing partner at Entreprenerdy, saying that incubation is important, and he feels that there should be a national indaba about, entrepreneurs tagging each other along, those who have made it and those who are still on the route. And now we're going to break, and after the break, Nastasia Arinsa will be with you, and she has books on point.